So a very good morning in Italy to Teti Martinengo. How are you?
I'm doing very, very good. Thank you.
It's good to see you. We're going to talk a little bit about your Sky on Stage competition. But before that, let's tell people who are probably not from skydiving a little bit about yourself and your career. I know you from freestyle, don't I?
Yes, that's right. I've been competing in freestyle at international level for about 10 years. Yeah. And also in free fly as well, but mainly my achievements were in freestyle, and I became world champion, which is the biggest achievement I did in 2001. So it's a little while ago.
When did you start jumping, Teti?
In 1993. I was 18 years old.
Yes. And where was that?
In Italy, in Casale Monferrato is a skydiving center. At the time, it was one of the most popular in Italy.
And what took you towards freestyle? Quite a difficult discipline to take part in. How did you get involved?
Okay, I had a big love for flying. Yeah. I don't know why, since I'm a kid, because I was dreaming about flying and soaring over in the sky. And then my other passion has been dancing. So when I was about 16 years old, I started to do dancing, going to learn the different type of dancing, from ballet to modern dance. And when I started skydiving, I was not really attracted to the disciplines were available at that time. So I was just doing solo jumps all the time. And one day I saw a video, and it was from Wings Came Flight. And I saw Mike Michigan and Diana Kent doing the first freestyle maneuvers, and I just go like, yes, right. That's exactly what I want to do, dance in the air.
Yeah, incredible. And in that time, before people were really using wind tunnels, it was the age of, like you say, those, the Kents, excuse me, and Marco Manner and all these incredible names from the 90s.
Yes.
How did you learn your moves? How did you learn to perform?
Okay, there was, of course, in freestyle, I had to do a lot of preparation on the ground, but that was easy with my dancing training and getting stronger and flexible, and a lot of awareness in balance, learning that. I was also starting yoga as well, which helped a lot. And about the moves, there was a lot of freedom in the creativity. I would just imagine a move, then think like, whoa, would that be aerodynamically possible? And then I would just go and try. And maybe I had to do many jumps before I even succeed to bring a move. Or some other times the moves would come as a mistake. And then it was like just looking nice and felt nice. And so I would develop from that point on.
And where did you spend the most of your time when you were training?
Training, I did, at a certain point I decided to leave my previous job. I was working for Alitalia airline, and I just quit everything, and then I just went to Arizona, Eloy, and just starting packing and trying to learn free flying, and so that I could expand a little bit my flying capabilities. And that from that point on, I just all went in a rolling.
Yeah, it was an incredible time. Well, so when you watch now the tunnel competitions and you see the freestylers in the tunnel, how do you feel about that?
I actually love it, of course, because it's, first of all, you don't have a rig, so actually you are more free to do certain maneuvers that in the sky are definitely a little bit more difficult. So I love watching it, and if I could, I would do that as well. But I like the sky, and the reason is because there is much more freedom in the sky. You have a big stage, and you're not just constricted in a little, like in the same place. So you can only fly around each other in the same space, while in the sky you can speed up, go there, and then come down, and use many more speeds. Yeah. And so the combination are nicer, and the view, of course, is the nature. I like to be in the nature, and the colors of the sky are just so beautiful.
It's that's what all of us in aviation, in skydiving, in all the air sports, you cannot beat being out there in the sky in the big blue. It is life-changing, isn't it? It really is.
Yes, it's amazing. Like for me, it's touching. I love it. I really am passionate about the sport because of the big view you have, and I don't know, the feeling is, I cannot find the same feeling I have in skydiving in any other sports or activities, and I do many of them. It's unique.
Yes, I agree. So we're in crazy times right now. Some places we can jump, some places we can't jump. Some wind tunnels are open, some wind tunnels are not open. Pandemic's getting stronger again. What is it like where you are?
It's confusing. It's every day is changing, and we don't understand very well. So far, skydiving is still permitted as long as you wear a mask in the plane or a closed helmet. And as well, if you are coaching or doing something, you need to wear a mask. Well, that's about it so far. But I don't know where is it going. We are every day checking what's going on.
It changes every day, doesn't it? It really does. Well, you've got this great project on the go right now. Sky on Stage, skyonstage.com. 5 disciplines. Tell me about this, how it came about.
Okay, this idea I actually had about 4 years ago. So it's not from today, but I always had it in my corner because I wanted to make something more easy. I saw that the artistic disciplines were losing teams, and a little bit like less and less people were competing. And I thought, well, maybe we can offer something that is more available to people. So that's why I thought of a format where people can be of different nationalities and do the team together, and is not focused too much on the compulsories like strict moves, but totally on a free round only, so that the people can express creativity, not being forced, or not forced because they're not forced, but not being
constricted.
Yeah, to do only the moves that makes you get more scores. So I thought to open up a little bit and give the possibility to people to have fun in creating, have fun in team jumping, because that's the fun of it, is the training part, and enjoy it while making it easier, basically.
And your deadline's coming up 12th of October, so only just less than a week to go for people to get involved. How's it going?
Okay, actually, I postponed the last date to 15 November,
right.
And this because of the situation. To be honest with you, I don't have many registered people right now, but a lot of people are getting interested in it, and I think like most people will wait until the last moment.
Yeah. And tell us the disciplines, what do we have available, the 5?
Okay, I have 3 disciplines for free flying, and is 2-way, so it's like one performer and camera flyer. So it can be also the freestyle. Like right. I didn't put the difference between them because it's free. Like you can really do choose the style you like, basically freestyle. Then I have a 3-way, which is the classical free fly contest with 2 performers and 1 camera flyer. Then I have a 5-way, which is new, is 4 performers and 1 camera flyer. So that is a new direction, at least in skydiving. We already have in tunnel flying, of course, some dynamic flying with 4 people, but not in the sky. So that would be interesting to see. And I think we are at the right moment where the skill level is so high now that is possible to do. And I think that would be fun to see as well. And then I have wingsuit 3-way, also artistic. So that's also interesting. Is similar to acro, wingsuit acro, but here is just the free round. So there's no compulsory move to do. And they can fly in any orientation, however they want. So that's also nice. And then finally sky surfing, which is not new at all, but I think it's nice to to give a chance to sky surf to come back, because it's so spectacular and it's so nice to see. Even if I don't do sky surf, I like to watch sky surf, and I think it's a good thing to offer them a chance to come back.
Sky surfing was the big thing in the early 90s, wasn't it? It's Arizona where you were. I remember when I first started skydiving in 1990, everybody would say, you're a skydiver? I'd say, yeah. They would say, do you sky surf? Like, no, I don't sky surf. Now people say, do you wingsuit base?
Absolutely, that is exactly what is going on. Yes, the sky surfer actually was the most mediatized and televised of the disciplines in skydiving, because it was known on TV, thank you to some TV spots, and also for the extreme games that hosted sky surfing for a while, for a few years. Yeah,
it almost broke through, didn't it? It almost broke through. Like you say, it was the extreme games. They were broadcasting the championships, all the competitions, and it almost got there. Somebody once said to Tony Hawk, the skateboarder, why do you think, because skateboarding kind of came through the extreme games about the same time, and they said about the sky surfing, why do you think, what do you think the difference was? They said, well, anybody can go out and buy a skateboard for a few dollars and they can compete, but with sky surfing, you need to train, you need to spend a lot of money and a lot of time to get there. But I hope you get some entries for it, I really do.
Yes, I already have, actually my most registered team so far are sky surfers.
Ah, fantastic. So people are going to do just one jump and then submit that through.
Yes, they can do as many jumps as they like, of course, as long as one only restriction I put is that, as in competition, they will have to film a start paper just before going to exit, saying the name of the team and the date, not the date, but the year. This to avoid the next year to people submitting videos from the past. And then it gives a little bit of the chill in the stomach, no? And getting into the competition mode. So it's fun that as well, I think. And then they just have to send the choreography they like the most. There is no limit of time. So the choreography starts when at least one of the performer detached from the exit from the plane, like has no more feet on the plane. And then it ends when the team wants so, by finishing the video. Downloaded right there, so it's very free. And this is because in some skydiving center the altitudes for jumping are less, in some other are a little more, so I said okay, let's leave it completely free. Also because art is also about that. It doesn't mean that a long choreography is better than a short one, right, and vice versa. Because a long one might be most boring, because after a while it becomes like boring, maybe if you don't put some interesting thing, and if it's too short, the same thing. So I want to see what people will come up with.
And you've got some prizes on offer as well. There's going to be some awards.
Yes. I hope that teams will like to compete not for the prizes really, but really for the passion for the sport, and also to be inspiring for other people, because the more we show what we do and what we come up with, and other people will get inspired, and then you get inspired by others, and so the sport continue evolving. There's a lot of the sharing part, the goal of these games, of those games. I don't know.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing it. So you've got a new deadline. Tell us once again, the new deadline is?
It's 15 November to register.
Yeah.
But then team can send their video, they can have time to send the video until 1st December.
Okay, great. So
they can register and then keep jumping, and then by 1st December is the last date.
Right.
And then the last thing I want to say, that I have a special system for judging, because I have 2 different panel of judges, and one is made by professional in what they're judging. Mm-hmm. So sky surfing will be judged by sky surfers, wingsuiting by wingsuiters, and so forth. But I will also have another panel of judges, and those are non-skydivers, but professionals in other sports or arts. And they will also, we'll have then two different results, but there will be also the putting together of the two results to have the overall winners.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah, I think 3 years ago at Win Games in Ampuria Brava, we did a similar thing. We had one of the judges was a dancer for the artistic events. And so she wasn't a skydiver. She was from dance, from ballet, and she was one of the judges. It was an interesting formula. I don't think they did it again, but it's good that you are doing it. I like the idea. It's great to get a fresh set of eyes into what is being performed in the sky, and it helps to develop the sport as well.
Yes, and then I have also dancers in the panel of judges, but I also have other type of professionals, and I like to involve outside of skydiving people so that we can get a perspective of what they really perceive. It's interesting to know.
Yes.
And they can learn and discover a sport that they don't know. So I think it's a good exchange.
Okay, great. Well, look forward to it. And we'll definitely come back to you in December for a catch-up to see how it's gone. Teti, thank you very much for joining us this morning. It's been a pleasure to catch up with you and see your face again.
Thank you so much, Regan. Talk to you soon. Ciao.
Ciao.